When I caddy, by far the part of the game that people struggle with the most is chipping. I'm going to show you the most common mistakes I see and how to avoid them. Hey guys, it's Michael, your expert caddy, and if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe because I explain golf in an easy to understand way through drills, on course, and product reviews. And if you enjoy the video, make sure to give it a like and comment how these tips are going to help your chipping game. The first is probably something you really haven't thought of, and that's when you get up to hit your chip. So say we have this chip to this hole down right here. I know there's not a flag in it, but I'll put an arrow down there. We usually just get up and hit the chip. We're not actually reading the green to aim where we want to actually land the chip, which is really important. If you think about it, when we putt, we're lining up the ball, where we want to aim it, where we want to die it. And what I see when I caddy a lot is people just kind of go up and they hit their chip. And yeah, they might aim for a specific spot, but they're not actually going around the hole, seeing which way the green breaks, and then determining where they want the ball to actually land. The next thing that I see people do out in the course is when they get up to hit their chip, they're using all wrists. And now this can cause a ton of problems out in the course. Not only is it not consistent, but you're probably not going to make the best contact just using your wrists. So especially around the green, it's important to engage your whole body. We still need that full rotation, right? We're not just using our wrists, we're not just using our arms unless we're trying to hit a little bump and run. We need to add a little bit of rotation. If you watch the pros chip, they're still rotating around their body. It's essentially just a full swing kind of shortened up. So we're going to continue to use our whole body rotating around. We have our narrow stance here. We're still going to rotate around and rotate through. Okay, and the next biggest thing I see people do out in the course when they're chipping is they decelerate a ton through their chips, especially when they're in the rough. So what they'll do is they'll set up to the ball and take it back and then kind of decelerate like that. They'll hit behind it. It'll only go a few feet in front of them. So when you're chipping, one of the most important things is to make sure that you're accelerating through the ball. There's speed with your club through the ball. I'm not saying you're going to hit it perfect every single time, but you're going to give that ball a chance to get up there by the hole, accelerating through the ball, get that nice crisp contact. We set up normally like we do, and then take the club back and accelerate through the ball, keeping that speed down through the ball. Okay, and this is probably the biggest thing I see people do. When they have a shot like this, they have plenty of green to work with, plenty of fairway, they grab the 60 degree, right? And then they open the stance and they try to hit this massive flop shot right next to the hole, which never happens. I think I've maybe seen it happen 3 times throughout my entire 4 years of caddying. So they'll set up, hit a massive flop shot like this, and then they'll end up sculling it right over the green, out of bounds, just like that. But I can't stress this enough. Get rid of the 60 degree when you have plenty of green to work with. Get that thing away, get yourself a 9 or 8 iron, right? We're gonna set this thing up just like a putt. I talked about this a bunch of different times. So we're gonna set up just like we're hitting a putt, nice narrow stance, and all we're doing is swinging this just like a putt with our shoulders. We're getting this thing on the ground as soon as possible. That way it has the chance to chase up there. Again, we wanna make sure we read the green like we're hitting a putt. So we're aiming where we're reading, and then we're gonna hit that shot just with our shoulders, just like a putt. And I know that wasn't the best shot, but you see the idea. It gets on the ground as soon as possible. That way it has the chance to roll right up there next to the hole. Put all 4 of these mindsets together and you'll lower your score out in the course for sure.